Hello, it's Amy with Paper Moon Journals, and I have this really cool, cute Black Fairy Girl journal that I made. It was a custom order that was made to be similar to the other one that I made. So I always think it's fun if you watch the original video and then the custom order and then see what you think if it's similar. I know it was quite a bit different at one point, but I removed a lot of the colorful lace and trims and things that made it look more different, at least from the page edges. And this is a little locket. It's a little fairy tale storybook locket. You can put tiny little pictures of fairies after you find them in there. And it's bigger than the last one. This has 128 pages, something like that. And then 10 charms that are so cute. We could look at the little charms and how they peek out the page edges here. There's the kitty cat, the crown, the bumblebee, the mushrooms, the little ball of gumballs, a bunny rabbit. So many pretty little charms. And this time I also made a fussy cut strip. Let's make some more room. I made a fussy cut strip. Of course, those come out different each time. And I used pieces of the fussy cut strip in here. There's a little folio in the front. The other thing that I made sure was the same was I know I talked about using my Merry Monday projects for my collaboration with Twisted Paper Studios. So I went back, rewatched my video to remember what I'd done, and I made 2 of those and put those in here. And it is so packed full that I didn't put the extra folio in here. I made a separate video. It's on TikTok for the folio that comes with this. And like a big fat one that's really exciting and fun. And then here's a little, I need both hands. It's a little pull out. It's not glued in there. I don't know why it doesn't want to come out. It's shy. A little pull out card with a window. And there's 3 folios like this in here, or similar to this one, little file folder folios with different amounts of pockets and different things in the pockets, printed on different papers. There's a lot of, I think it's calico collage fairy tale in here. I printed out a bunch of that ephemera. There's not very much inclusive fairy things. And so I tried to stick to kits that were more inclusive, like that's just an outline or a pencil drawing. So you can imagine the skin tone that you prefer. But by and large, I tried to keep it just cute little black girls in here. And then I added glitter, lots of glitter and some gems and everything to this page inside the front cover. And that pocket is full of stuff. Let's get the stuff out of the pocket and take a look at it. There's some mushrooms peeking out from behind there. And there's that pretty charm with the bow and all the little pearls. So here's some of the ephemera inside the front pocket. The little castles, fairy tale creatures, envelope full of ephemera. We'll circle back to that. And then that mushroom girl. And the film strips. And then inside the envelope we have some journaling cards from Sam Poole. That's from Wildflower Girl. And then these little photographs, which are in my Sam Poole folder, so if they're not hers, my apologies. And then more of the fairy tale ephemera printed onto card. And it feels really nice when you pick each one of these little pieces out, and I was sorting through them for the video. So cute. So I tucked that into the front pocket here. You could probably take half of the ephemera out of here and not even notice, it's so full. And then put that fatter folio inside if you wanted. And there's lots of little fairies. I left their wings flapping, which I think is cute. I didn't glue the wings down. Then I added lots of mushrooms and blank inlined pages. If I didn't say so already, this is mostly pixie dust files. her kits in here. There's a little bit of shabby dabby doodah, but 9 out of 10 of the kits in here will be pixie dust files, like these little birdies. I thought they would look cute in a fairy journal. And then it's also a side tuck where I have the cute little wildflower girl ephemera, some shabby dabby doodah. The butterfly stuff was from Shabby Dabby Doodah. It's called Butterfly House, I think. Then I added wings to that little girl. I think looks so cute, and it looks like they belong on her, like she always should have been a little fairy. But I just love adding butterfly wings to everything, so maybe it's just me. I like the sentiments and the little bunny on there. There's another little wings on her back. I left all of the wings flapping, so I'll probably slide my fingers under there to show you the wings are flapping. There's a little tuck spot in front of this picture here. That's a little bunny rabbit charm. And then I put a tuck spot on the front of the pocket. And inside the pocket I packed all kinds of things. Another envelope full of ephemera. And another one of those mushroom cards I know were used in the original project. I watched that video many times, trying to make sure that I printed out all of the right things. The difference is when I'm recreating it, I'm printing out all of the things at once. And when I made it the first time, probably a quarter of the things I would have had left over from other projects, and I wouldn't have printed out. So I end up with way more stuff in the recreation because none of this was left over from other things. All of it was printed just for this project. So sometimes the custom order of the original project comes out even bigger and fatter. I do charge more for the custom order since I'm trying to duplicate something and knowing that I'll have to print everything out. The chances of me using something left over on my desk are slim in a project like this. I have 3 tags together, just tied together with a bow, and then I was leaving the front one to dangle out. You could write on the front of that pocket if you wanted. If you don't like your handwriting, you could write on the backs of those journaling cards and on the things that go in the pockets. On the backs of things is really the best way to do it if you're self-conscious about your writing but you still want to use the journal. Another option, since this is a really big and elaborate journal, would be to just get something smaller and simpler. Just one of the single signature soft cover journals. Those are the kind I use. I don't actually journal in. I have a couple where I filled in big fat ones like this, but the ones I use most of the time are the single signature ones with the soft cover. And then this is one of those Merry Mondays where I tucked a bunch of stuff behind the Merry Monday project as well as recreating the Merry Monday. I'd love to know what you think about how similar this is. What I try to promise is that it will be 90% the same as the other one. And I like to think that I hit that goal. So again, if you've seen the first video and you're watching the second one, maybe it'd be a game, what's different, or to compare them, maybe not. Maybe that would be boring for you since I think I did get them pretty similar. With all of the lace and decoration, be careful putting those back in the pocket so I don't rip any of the lace off. And lots of cute little fairies. There's a castle charm there. And then another snippet roll tuck spot. Forgot to put that back in the front. And this one I added glitter. So at least one page in each signature I kind of went to town with the glitter. And then more than one in each signature I added paper dimensional flowers and fussy cut flowers. There's flip out envelopes like this one. Here's a pull out. It's different than the pull-out I did in the other one that might have looked cool on camera, but I didn't like how it fit in the book. There were just two things that I left out of this project that were in the original. Another one was a pocket that in the video I talk about how difficult it is getting things in and out of the pocket and how you wouldn't notice the pocket if I didn't tell you. Yeah, that pocket got left out. Because again, the things that went in there were just too tight and it would be easy to overlook and never pull the thing out of the pocket anyway. I don't like things that don't work right. So it wasn't working right, it got left out. I mean, it was okay, just when I get to redo things, I have that next time, or if I redo this, I'm not gonna do that, or next time if I redo this, I'm gonna do this thing instead. Here's one of the collage tags that I made that's all glittered up with the little cute little fairy girl and the mushroom on some of my sheet music. And this is one of my favorite pages. That girl right there is so beautiful. And again, I feel like those wings look like they came on her, but none of those wildflower girls have wings. You can tell from the ephemera that when I printed the little journaling cards, in hindsight, I could have printed the wings reduced. Look at that little girl there. Isn't she so cute? And then I have Valentine. I know that's different than things I did last time since I left a couple things out. I added a Valentine that I made a tuck spot on the left page. So if I pull all the stuff out, you can see that it's a heart-shaped Valentine. And then there's some little Valentine-y stuff in there. I just felt like it went good with the fairies. And then made a tuck spot behind it. I'm gonna hold her up so you can get a better look at how cute she is. I don't know. I love these papers. The Pixie Dust Files papers and the Wildflower Girl, I feel go together so well. I love the skin tone of the Wildflower Girl. Has some really nice dark skin toned girls. And then the Forever Cute little Valentine girls that I made into fairies. They have a nice range of skin tones. So hopefully people feel represented. And then the occasional mushroom girl or whatever in there has a much lighter or more Caucasian kind of skin tone perhaps. A little embellished paper clip to hold that one on the page. And then there's a crown charm on here. It's a crown all the way around, I think. The ones that are flat on the back I like to use as crowns on top of characters. And then there's one of these tuck spots with the floral tuck spot on the bottom and each one of the signatures because I just thought that looked so pretty. I know I didn't do that in the first one, but I did it in the Cinderella project that I did, another custom order recently. And I just loved how it looked on the Cinderella project. So I did that same kind of pocket in this project. The interesting thing is when I look back at the pictures of the older project or the original project, what I see when I'm looking at it is maybe like lacy, frilly. I'm not sure what other people see when they look at it. Do they see, do they see, ooh, it's only white lace, and I love that it's only white lace. Or, I just think that's interesting that we could both look at the same picture and take something different away from it. But here's some little circles from the Swan Kit by Pixie Dust Files, which I also thought went really well with this project and was used in the original. And I think just like the original, some of the tags are backed onto other cool papers and some aren't. I know those little houses that I made, I added pockets and tucked things into the pockets on the little house-shaped tags. I try to make each one is its own thing. I'm trying to make it similar to the original by using all the same things and including all the same things, but then I don't have it in front of me. So I can't really sit there and page by page make sure that it comes out the same. But yeah, I'm not sure what I'm doing on screen there. I wonder if maybe I've been interrupted or if my shot has frozen during my voiceover. Let me check this out. I think that maybe I just got interrupted and started just talking to somebody in the middle of my filming there and probably just figured I'd edit it out later. But now that I've rambled over that whole frozen frozen screen there. Might as well. So I'm continuing on, showing you more stuff in the pockets. I decorated some of the pockets with wallpaper border strips by Amity Bloom. There's a lot of Amity Bloom in this one, just like in the other one. And there's another one of those side tuck spots with the florals, floral tuck spot at the bottom of it. Those swan papers are so pretty, aren't they? I think they go great with a fairy theme. That one on the left has been all glittered up. I started, I tried a new glitter instead of stickles this time. It was the Pops of Color from scrapbooking.com brand. It dries so much faster, and if you like it, it leaves a little ridge of glitter because it's meant to be like a puffy paint. So I really loved that effect, but the thing I loved the most was how fast it dried. This time of year I normally spend a lot of time waiting for glitter to dry, even if it's only a half dozen pages. You know, each page has to sit there for maybe an hour to dry before I can turn the pages and add glitter to another spot. So I just loved that. It was less than an hour for sure, because I went to go move the book, and normally I would have stuck my finger into some wet Stickles glitter, but instead it was already dry. And so, yep, I added glitter to this page as well. I added some of the butterflies. I think I mentioned in the original, the butterfly wings and those mushrooms are from the Merry Pinkmas kit by Pixie Dust Files. And I know she had a great collection of mushrooms that I sometimes use in my fairy projects in her Halloween kit too. There's some really nice mushrooms in there. Not to mention I could have fussy cut some mushrooms out of some of the pages. I think I might have done that on the first one. If I print out too many pages and there's some with mushrooms on it, I'll just fussy cut the mushrooms out. There's a similar variety of sample journaling cards, wildflower girls, and little fairy tale ephemera in each of the envelopes, although the ephemera is totally different. I didn't duplicate anything in here. There's not anything in here twice. And since I made both of the Merry Monday projects at once, I made sure that they weren't the same. Where when I did them in the first place, I made a sample one, and then I made another one quite similar. There's a sentiment that I backed onto card that you could use. And then more little ATC journaling cards and some ephemera. The little triple tuck spot. It's a Merry Monday project. I know on TikTok, some of those I share over here. I'm actually on her TikTok design team. I'm not on her YouTube design team for Twisted Paper Studios. I really love how this journal came out. I get attached to each one. It's my new favorite. And again, if you watch the video for the old one and watch the video for this one, I hope you'll agree that they're very similar. Although I may not have pointed out all of the glittery pages or things like that. Or maybe I just didn't use as much glitter on the other one. There's certainly times when I run out and then nothing will have glitter on it. I've stocked up on glitter now though. Before Christmas, I knew I'd be using a ton of glitter. So Stickles, I got the Stickles glitter, and then the Pops. I don't remember when or where I got that, but I found that in my cart when I had emptied one tube and was looking for another. On a project like this, I can easily go through a whole bottle of Stickles glitter between just the few pages, you know, maybe 6 pages that have glitter on them, and then I'll be glittering the tags, the cover, and some of the other things that I make that go into it. Here's another one of the 3 file folder folios that went in here. They have different pockets and different things in them, but are all the file folder shape. And if you had them together, all 3 together, the tabs are in 3 different spots. So it lines up nicely. If you wanted to make more room in here, you could pull these 3 file folder ones out and then put the one fatter one up in the front if you wanted. I think it's great having the folio that comes with this separate. Maybe I'll grab that video. It's in the wrong orientation, but I'll pop that onto the end of this video showing the folio, and I'll see if I can blow it up a little bit so it takes up more of the screen than just the, the social media format. I forgot what it's called. I know this is the 16:9, and that's the one should I do for YouTube? I don't know what the other one's called. And there's some of those little paper doll dresses, more of the cute little castles. Another thing that I used was some of the Valentine ephemera in the different pockets, and printed that out. And then for the snippet roll, that was all Shabby Dabby Doodah stuff. I had to print out, half dozen pages of Shabby Dabby Doodah to make the snippet rolls. But I used that in the Cinderella project too. Isn't that pretty? I just love how it came out. I hope she does too. Hold on a second here and I'll pop that video. So in just a second, the video will come up that I took for social media, and I blew it up a little so it won't be quite so tiny on your screen, where I get out it's a zigzag folio. It's actually a tutorial here on my channel where I decorated it all with graphic 45 papers for Halloween. This is the exact same project, just decorated with my sheet music digital, and some other pockets and things that came with the different digital kits from the project that I was making. This is kind of leftover stuff, is how it happened in the first time. And then that's how this whole zigzag folio was created, was for that cute little black fairy girl journal that I made the first time. That was like this one anyways, with the same cover. I actually made 2 of them because I loved the papers so much. And I get excited when there's an inclusive kit. That's also one of the things I do really love about Graphic 45, is that almost always, if not always, that there will be some dark skinned characters. I know, like in 'Twas the Night Before Christmas, some of the cut-aparts have little black Santa and, little black kids in the bed. And I think that's so sweet. And then I know on like the beach, some of the beach papers, they're little cutie pies in their bathing suits. And so like that's my favorite to put on the cover of different Graphic 45 projects. I know that cooking journal, they have, what was that one? I forgot what it was called, but something Paris or something like that. But that one also had different skin tones and stuff in there, so I made sure that I put a beautiful black woman on the cover. And yeah, so that's nice. Here's the little folio that I included, and the video I shared on social media. I'll put some pictures of close-ups of the project at the end so you can get a good look at it while I'm rambling. And if you like the video, please like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't already. I was thinking about doing a subscriber giveaway, and comment if you think that would be nice, if you'd be interested in that. Thanks again, and have a great day.